bodybuilding and the stock market. Wait, what? What do they have? Give me a chance to explain. They have a whole lot to do with one another. And it's in my opinion, and I've seen it quite a few times before, but my opinion, people that are involved in bodybuilding, they're just cut out to be traders. They're cut out to make money online through the stock market, maybe for terms like day trading, swing trading, investing. But that is they're almost one and the same. Now, I don't necessarily mean only bodybuilding, but if you're somebody that's in CrossFit, for example, or just really concerned about your health, then in my opinion, you have all the characteristics needed to be a good trader. Now, this of course assumes you're a good bodybuilder or you're good at CrossFit or you're good at being healthy. But assuming that's the case, please, if you're looking for other side hustles, other ways to make money, then really consider trading stocks online as one of those choices to make that could potentially put some extra money in your pocket. So why do I believe that there's a great synergy between bodybuilders and then there's just the stock market and the world of online trading? Well, let's just look at what a bodybuilder actually needs to do. So think about this. A bodybuilder, in order to be successful, they need to focus on macros, right? Or in other words, they got to focus on their diet. How many carbs, fats, proteins, all that stuff. They got to be focused on that. They can't just go out there and eat whatever they want. And I mean, that is a very, very big discipline. And then of course you have to lift weights and stuff. Not the most pleasant of experiences, but you have to lift. You have to go out there and push some tonnage around so you can, build your body. Bodybuilding, right? So food, lifting. What else do you need? Well, you need to have a plan. A plan of what? Well, each of these has all sorts of plans that would go into them. When you want to lift, how often, what sort of exercises you want to do, how often should you do those exercises, food, how many carbs are you going to eat, how much protein do you need, how much fat, all that stuff. There's a ton of planning that goes on, and you need to be very diligent in it. But here's the key dynamic, because over here in the world of stocks, you also have what are known as trade plans. Now, I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole of trade plans, but the whole dynamic here, maybe you've seen the connection, is that, see, I'm so strong, I just broke the chalk. But there are plans here, and then there are plans here. Now, I get it. Well, lots of other things in life need plans, but here's really the big distinction. And it's the underlying dynamic that, again, in my opinion, really ties these together. So what is tying these together? Discipline. Meaning, it's not enjoyable to be dieting like you need to be dieting to be good at CrossFit or to get healthy or to be a bodybuilder. That's not really enjoyable. I think most people would rather have a bag of Sour Patch Kids with some chicken wings and a big old burrito. I don't know what you want, but a nice slice of cheesecake. Doesn't that sound a whole lot better than chicken and broccoli and rice and tuna and salmon? I mean, that stuff's good, don't get me wrong. But the point here being is there's an easy path and there's a difficult path. Bodybuilders, CrossFit people, they have taken on the difficult path to get to where they need to go. And they have done that all with the plan. But that takes discipline. That takes a whole lot of willpower to be able to actually follow through in order to be successful in the bodybuilding world. And the same is true for trading. You better have a whole lot of discipline. You better have the ability to say, you know what, this is not pleasant right now, but because I'm goal-oriented, because I'm ambitious, because I know how to follow a plan, I've done this before, you know what, suck it up, let's go, let's get to it. And that is definitely a big part of trading is you got to just have the discipline. You have to have that willpower to overcome some of those not so pleasant things. Now, I also want to make a disclaimer. I mean, if you're a bodybuilder, I'm not saying, so therefore you are guaranteed to make millions of dollars online in the stock market. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that your mentality, it's already there. You have the framework to build. You have a very solid foundation from which you can build upon to focus on these trade plans and all the stuff that goes into trading. So I just want to throw that out there because I know a lot of people are out, they're into bodybuilding, they're into being fit, CrossFit, just being healthy in general. And I mean, assuming you're wealth oriented, and I don't mean that in a greedy way, but just in a, hey, I want to build wealth. I want personal security. I want to have as much freedom of time as possible. So I'm looking for some other income streams. I'm looking for some other, side hustle ideas. Well, then I hope you consider looking into online stock trading, and not only necessarily just stock trading, because there's other things out there you can trade, but I don't want to go too far into the weeds here. But my point is that you have a great foundation, like I said, to get started in the world of trading, because you've been through a lot of this annoying stuff already. So if you have any questions or anything on this, leave me a comment down below. Way back at the beginning of the video, I made a comment that, I've seen this before, because I do offer a private community at my site. But the point of that is, I've seen many people come in and they care about their health. They're not necessarily like bodybuilders that you're gonna see at Mr. Olympia, but they care about their health. They're in good shape. And again, not a guarantee, but it just seems as though those people, they just have more success, which makes sense because they know how to stick it out through painful times. They know how to plan things that are kind of annoying, but you got to do what you got to do in order to obtain a bigger goal. And those people just seem to make it through a little bit better. And so that's kind of just my observation, why I wanted to get this video out here, because to me, I think there's a whole lot of correlations between the two. So like I said, leave any questions or anything down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for hanging out. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.